Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and fellow travelers, it's a real joy to be with you today. I've always believed that travel is more than just seeing new places. It's about understanding them, connecting with their stories, and letting them change you. Today, we embark on an incredible journey through the heart of Europe. A country filled with rich history, stunning landscapes, innovative spirit, and a culture that has influenced the world in countless ways. Yes, I'm talking about Germany. It's a place that's often misunderstood, reduced to clichés of beer and lederhosen, but it is so much more. I want to take you beyond the postcards and guidebooks. We'll wander through the echoes of history, marvel at modern ingenuity, and get a real feel for the people and passions that make Germany tick. It's a land of fairy tale castles and futuristic cities, of deep forests and even deeper philosophical thought. It's a country that has faced its past with unflinching honesty and has built a future that's both prosperous and profoundly conscientious. Over the next few moments, I will share with you 20 mind-blowing facts about Germany. Facts that will deepen your appreciation for this fascinating country. We'll explore everything from its ancient roots to its cutting-edge technology. My hope is that by the end of our time together, you'll see Germany not just as a destination, but as a living, breathing, and endlessly surprising experience. So pack your curiosity and let's get started. Our journey begins where all great stories do, in the past. To understand Germany today, you have to appreciate the sheer depth of its history. This isn't just a story of kings and wars. It's a tapestry woven with threads from the Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Empire, the Reformation, and countless other eras. Imagine standing in Trier, Germany's oldest city, where the Porta Nigra, a massive Roman city gate, still stands sentinel after nearly 2 millennia. You can almost hear the clatter of chariots. Or picture yourself in Aachen Cathedral, where Charlemagne was buried, a place that for 600 years crowned the kings and queens of Germany. This history isn't confined to museums. It's alive in the cobblestone streets, the medieval town squares, and the very foundations of its cities. This rich heritage is also the bedrock of German culture. It's the reason you find over 6,000 museums scattered across the country, each telling a piece of the story. It's why there are more than 40 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, from the Hanseatic city of Lübeck to the classical treasures of Weimar. This is a culture that values preservation and remembrance, understanding that you can't build a strong future without respecting your past. Think of the brothers Grimm, who didn't just write fairy tales. They were linguists and cultural researchers, preserving the folklore that bubbled up from the German soul. This deep historical consciousness is the first key to unlocking the real Germany. Now, let's talk about an invention that changed the world forever. Born right here in Germany. In the mid-15th century, in the city of Mainz, a goldsmith named Johannes Gutenberg perfected a machine that would ignite a revolution, the printing press with movable type. Before Gutenberg, books were rare treasures, painstakingly copied by hand, accessible only to the wealthy elite and the clergy. Knowledge was locked away. Gutenberg's press was like a key that unlocked it for everyone. Suddenly, ideas could be mass-produced, shared across borders, and debated by the public. It was the internet of its day, and it sparked the Renaissance, the Reformation, and the Age of Enlightenment. The impact was immediate and profound. Martin Luther's 95 Theses, challenging the Catholic Church, were printed and distributed across Germany in a matter of weeks, fanning the flames of the Reformation. Scientific discoveries, philosophical treatises, and great works of literature could now reach a vast audience, accelerating human progress at a rate never seen before. When you visit the Gutenberg Museum in Mainz today, you can see one of his original Bibles. It's a powerful experience to stand before this book and realize that its creation democratized information and laid the foundation for our modern, knowledge-based society. It's a testament to the German spirit of innovation. From a historical revolution to a modern one, let's look at Germany's role as a global pioneer in environmentalism. The Germans have a deep-seated love for nature, captured in the concept of Waldeinsamkeit, the feeling of being alone in the woods. This isn't just a romantic notion, it's a core value that has translated into groundbreaking national policy. Germany was one of the first countries to make environmental protection a constitutional goal, and its commitment to renewable energy, known as the Energiewende or energy transition, is world famous. They are aggressively phasing out nuclear and coal power in favor of wind, solar, and biomass. Walking through a German city, you see this commitment everywhere. There are extensive recycling systems that are second nature to every citizen, thriving urban gardens, and an incredible network of bike paths. Cities like Freiburg are international models for sustainable urban planning, with entire neighborhoods powered by solar energy. This isn't just about government mandates, it's a grassroots movement embraced by the people. They understand that a healthy economy and a healthy planet are not mutually exclusive, but are, in fact, two sides of the same coin. It's a forward-thinking approach that shows a profound sense of responsibility for future generations. Now for something Germany is famous for, the Autobahn. But, it's more than just a highway with no speed limit. It's honestly a masterpiece of engineering and a symbol of German efficiency and freedom. The concept actually began in the 1920s, long before the Nazis co-opted the project for their own purposes. And it was envisioned as a network of high-speed motorways connecting the nation. Today, it's one of the densest and longest highway systems in the world, and it's renowned for its superb construction and maintenance. The road surface is designed for high speeds, the curves are gentle, and the signage is crystal clear. It's built for smooth, safe, and efficient travel. While it's true that large sections have no federally mandated speed limit, the Autobahn is far from a lawless racetrack. There's an advisory speed limit of 130 kilometers per hour, or about 80 miles per hour, and the system is governed by strict rules and a culture of disciplined driving. You pass only on the left, you maintain a safe distance, and you stay aware. Driving on the Autobahn is a uniquely German experience. It's a thrill, yes, but it's a controlled, responsible thrill. It's a system built on trust and personal responsibility, and honestly, it reflects a core aspect of the national character. It represents freedom, but a freedom that is earned through skill and respect for others. When people think about what Germany looks like, they might imagine the gentle hills of Bavaria or the thick Black Forest, and they'd be right. But honestly, that's just a tiny part of it. Germany has so many different kinds of landscapes that it surprises a lot of people who visit for the first time. Up north, you'll find the rough coastlines of the North and Baltic Seas with windy islands like Sylt and Rügen. These islands have amazing white cliffs and sandy beaches. It actually feels more like places in Scandinavia than in the middle of Europe. This coastal area is full of lighthouses, small fishing towns, and big, protected muddy areas where lots of animals live. As you go south, the flat northern plains change into the wooded hills of the Mittelgebirge, which means central uplands. Here you'll discover magical places like the Harz Mountains, full of old stories about witches and ghosts, and the amazing sandstone pillars of Saxon Switzerland. And then, finally, you get to the south where the land rises grandly into the Bavarian Alps. This is the Germany you see on postcards with snowy mountain tops, super clear mountain lakes like the Königssee, and views that take your breath away. From the sea in the north to the mountains in the south, Germany has a landscape for every kind of traveler. Each area has its own special feel way of speaking and charm. Germany's reputation as an economic powerhouse is built on a long and brilliant tradition of scientific inquiry and technological innovation. This is the land of thinkers and tinkerers, a place where curiosity is really nurtured and precision is prized. The sheer number of German Nobel laureates, over 100, speaks for itself. Think of Albert Einstein, whose theories of relativity fundamentally changed our understanding of space, time, and gravity. Or Max Planck, the father of quantum theory, which became a cornerstone of modern physics. These weren't just isolated geniuses. They were part of a culture that deeply valued education and research. This legacy continues today. Germany is a world leader in engineering, medical technology, and chemical research. The Fraunhofer Society and the Max Planck Society are two of the world's most successful research organizations, constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. This is the country that developed the MP3 audio format, revolutionized medical imaging with the MRI, and continues to be at the forefront of automotive and renewable energy technology. This commitment to Vorsprung durch Technik Progress through technology is not just a corporate slogan. It's honestly a national ethos that has shaped Germany's past and is actively building its future. All right, let's talk about something that's quintessentially German Oktoberfest. But this is more than just the world's largest beer festival. It's a massive folk festival, a celebration of Bavarian culture, and a tradition that dates back to 1810. It began as a public celebration of the wedding of Crown Prince Ludwig of Bavaria to Princess Therese. The citizens of Munich were invited to the fields in front of the city gates to celebrate, and the party was such a success they decided to do it again the next year. Those fields were named Theresienwiese, Teresa's Meadow, in her honor, which is why locals still call the festival the Wiesen. Today, Oktoberfest attracts over 6 million visitors from around the globe who come to Munich for 2 weeks of festivities. It's a spectacle of massive beer tents, each run by a different Munich brewery, capable of holding thousands of people. But it's not just about the beer, which, by the way, must be brewed within the city limits of Munich to be served. It's about the traditional Bavarian music, the delicious food like roasted chicken and giant pretzels, the colorful parades and the amusement park rides. It's a joyous communal experience where people from all walks of life sit together at long wooden tables, sing along to Oompa bands and celebrate life. It's Gemütlichkeit, a sense of warmth, friendliness and good cheer on a grand scale. So, while Oktoberfest might be super famous, it's really just one of many, many festivals that happen all the time in Germany. This is a country that really loves to celebrate its old traditions, and every season gives them a new reason for a Volksfest, which just means a folk festival. In the weeks before Christmas, the whole country changes because of the amazing Weihnachtsmärkte, or Christmas markets. Almost every town and city puts up a market in its main square. You'll find wooden stalls selling handmade gifts, warm mulled wine, that's Glühwein, roasted chestnuts and gingerbread. The smell of cinnamon and pine trees fills the air, making everything feel truly magical. It's a tradition that's been around since way back in the Middle Ages, but the fun doesn't end there. In the Rhineland area, the 5th season of the year is Carnival or Carnival. This is a wild week-long party before Lent, and it ends with big parades on Rose Monday. These parades have amazing floats, costumes, and even make fun of politicians. There are also wine festivals along the Rhine and Moselle rivers, the huge Cannstatter Volksfest in Stuttgart, which is kind of like a competition for Oktoberfest, and the exciting Walpurgis night celebrations in the Harz Mountains, where people dress up as witches and devils to welcome spring. These festivals are super important to German towns and cities. They're a way to remember the past, enjoy today, and keep their lively culture strong. Let's dive into the German language itself. For many English speakers, it can seem a bit scary with its long words made by joining smaller ones and its tricky grammar. But what you might not know is that English is actually a German-based language, and we share a long family history of words. Words like kindergarten, angst, wanderlust, and zeitgeist have been taken straight into English because they perfectly describe a feeling or idea. The German language is amazing at making exact descriptive words by putting smaller ones together. Think of Schadenfreude, which is the joy you get from someone else's bad luck, or Fingerspitzengefühl, which means having a natural touch or skill. Besides these words we borrowed, German is one of the most spoken languages in the European Union and has really shaped philosophy, science, and books. The language of famous thinkers like Goethe, Kant, and Nietzsche is full of small details and exactness, able to explain really complicated thoughts. And even though some people think it sounds harsh, it can be a very poetic and beautiful language, especially when you hear it spoken in its many different regional ways, from the soft sounds of the north to the strong ways of speaking in Bavaria and Swabia. Learning even a few German phrases can help you connect and understand things much better when you visit there. Now, when we talk about a country's culture, we are really talking about its people. And it's worth taking a moment to appreciate the women of Germany, who, honestly, defy easy stereotypes. The cliché of the stern, humorless couldn't be further from the truth. German women are known for their intelligence, independence, and strong sense of self. In a country that values education and equality, women are prominent leaders in politics, business, science, and the arts. Think of Angela Merkel, who led the country with a steady hand for 16 years, becoming one of the most respected leaders on the world stage. There's a natural, understated confidence to German women. Fashion tends to be more about practical elegance and personal style than about fleeting trends. There's a focus on being active and healthy, with a love for the outdoors. But what's most striking is their directness and honesty. In conversation, there's little room for superficial small talk. They value genuine connection and straightforward communication. This combination of intellect, strength, and authenticity is a powerful one. They are partners, leaders, and innovators who have been instrumental in shaping modern Germany's open and progressive society. A key reason for Germany's success in so many fields is its world-class education system. The pursuit of knowledge is deeply ingrained in the culture, and the country has one of the oldest and most respected university systems in the world. Heidelberg University, founded in 1386, is a prime example. A place where centuries of academic tradition meet cutting-edge research. What's truly mind-blowing for many people, especially from countries with high tuition costs, is that public university education in Germany is typically free for everyone, including international students. This commitment to accessible education ensures that talent, not wealth, is the primary determinant of a person's future. The system offers diverse pathways, including a renowned vocational training program known as the dual system, which combines classroom instruction with hands-on apprenticeship. This practical approach creates a highly skilled workforce and is a major reason for Germany's low youth unemployment rate. German universities are powerhouses of research and innovation, attracting scholars and students from all over the world, creating a vibrant international academic community that continues to push the boundaries of knowledge. You can't talk about German innovation without talking about cars. Germany is the birthplace of the modern automobile. In 1886, Carl Benz patented his, a three-wheeled vehicle that is widely regarded as the first true car. This single invention set in motion an industry that would define German engineering for the next century and beyond. Brands like Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Audi, Porsche, and Volkswagen are not just car companies, they are global symbols of quality, performance, and technological prowess. This industry is in a constant state of evolution. Visiting a German car museum, like the ones in Stuttgart or Munich, is like taking a journey through the history of technology. But German automakers are not resting on their laurels. They are at the forefront of the transition to electric mobility, investing billions in developing new battery technologies, designing futuristic electric vehicles, and reimagining the very concept of personal transport. The German automotive industry is a perfect example of how the country honors its legacy of engineering excellence while relentlessly driving towards the future. Germany is often called the land of poets and thinkers. Its smart ideas have helped the world just as much as its great engineering. German thinkers have really changed how people in the West think. Immanuel Kant's ideas about right and wrong and thinking, Hegel's way of looking at different ideas, Schopenhauer's sad views, and Friedrich Nietzsche's bold thoughts on what's good and bad and about power have been talked about in schools and cafes for hundreds of years. They thought about the biggest questions in life, and their work still makes us think and feel excited today. This strong way of thinking also shows up in Germany's books and stories. The fairy tales by the Brothers Grimm are known by kids everywhere. The poems and plays by Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, especially his famous work Faust, are super important in books from all over the world. In the 1900s, writers like Thomas Mann and Günter Grass, who both won big awards, looked at Germany's tricky past with deep understanding and amazing writing skills. This way of thinking deeply and bravely looking at what it means to be human is a really important part of being German. It shows that the country has made not just great machines, but great ideas too. Germany's role as a global crossroads for commerce and ideas is nowhere more evident than in its massive trade fairs. While many countries host conventions, Germany has elevated the trade fair to an art form. The city of Hannover is home to the world's largest fairgrounds and hosts two of the biggest events on the planet, Hannover Messe and formerly CeBIT. Hannover Messe is the world's leading trade fair for industrial technology. For 1 week each year, it becomes the global epicenter of industrial innovation, showcasing everything from robotics and automation to energy solutions and artificial intelligence. Imagine hundreds of thousands of engineers, executives, and innovators from every corner of the globe converging in one place to unveil the future of manufacturing. It's a dizzying display of technological might. CeBIT, which was the world's largest computer expo, played a similar role for the digital industry for decades. These fairs are not just about selling products. They are about forging partnerships, sharing knowledge, and setting the agenda for entire industries. They are a powerful demonstration of Germany's organizational genius and its central role in the global economy. The German cultural landscape would be incomplete without its towering figures in music and art. We're talking about the land of Bach, Beethoven, and Brahms, the three Bs who defined the Baroque, classical, and Romantic periods of classical music. Johann Sebastian Bach's complex and divine compositions, Ludwig van Beethoven's revolutionary symphonies that overflowed with passion and drama, and Johannes Brahms's rich lyrical works. Their music is a universal language that continues to move audiences worldwide, and the list goes on with composers like Wagner, Handel, and Mendelssohn. This artistic spirit extends to the visual arts as well, from the haunting landscapes of Caspar David Friedrich in the Romantic era to the expressive power of the German expressionists, like Franz Marc and Ernst Ludwig Kirchner before World War I. Then came the Bauhaus school in the 1920s, which revolutionized art, architecture, and design with its form follows function philosophy, leaving a legacy of clean lines and practical beauty that still influences us today. From the grandest concert halls to the most avant-garde galleries in Berlin, art and music are not luxuries in Germany. They are essential expressions of the human spirit. We've touched on Germany's environmental leadership, but let's look a bit closer at how this really translates to daily life, especially in its cities. There's a fascinating and unique culture around community gardening, known as, or allotment gardens. These are small parcels of land on the edges of cities that are leased to residents for a very low cost. They're kind of like personal oases, where people can escape the concrete jungle, grow their own fruits and vegetables, and connect with nature and their neighbors. It's a tradition that actually goes back to the 19th century and promotes green space, community, and self-sufficiency. This thoughtful approach extends to urban planning as well. German cities prioritize public transport, pedestrian zones, and cycling infrastructure, making them incredibly livable. There's also a strong emphasis on preserving green spaces within the city itself. Munich's English Garden, or is one of the largest urban parks in the world, even larger than New York's Central Park. It's a place where city dwellers can surf on a man-made river wave, relax in beer gardens, and feel like they're miles away from the hustle and bustle. This balance between urban density and access to nature is really a hallmark of the German quality of life. The German sporting spirit. Germans are truly passionate about sports, both playing them and cheering them on. The biggest sport in Germany is, of course, football, or as some might call it, soccer. The National League, the Bundesliga, has some of the biggest crowds of any sports league in the world. It's really something to see those stadiums full of loyal singing fans, making such an exciting atmosphere. The German national team is always a top team, having won the FIFA World Cup 4 times. It makes the country very proud and brings everyone together. But hey, the love for sports here goes way beyond just football. Germany has a strong history in many other sports, like handball, ice hockey, and winter sports, always winning medals at the Olympic Games. What's really important is that people here love to play sports themselves. On any given weekend, parks and sports clubs are full of people of all ages playing, running, biking, and just staying active. There are over 90,000 sports clubs in the country, which are a big part of community life. This love for sports is about more than just winning. It's about being healthy, working hard, being part of a team, and feeling connected to your community. Perhaps the most mind-blowing fact about Germany is its incredible story of resilience and unity. After the devastation of World War II, the country was literally in ruins and morally shattered. It was then divided by the Iron Curtain for over 40 years. The city of Berlin became the starkest symbol of this division, split in two by a wall. The journey from that point to the prosperous, stable, and respected democracy we see today is nothing short of miraculous. It's a story of the economic miracle of West Germany and the sheer grit of its people. Then came the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989, a moment of pure joy that echoed around the world. But the process of reunification that followed was long and difficult, requiring immense sacrifice and solidarity from people on both sides. Germany has confronted its dark past with a unique and unflinching process of remembrance and education called coming to terms with the past. This honesty has allowed it to build a strong, unified nation founded on the principles of democracy, tolerance, and a commitment to peace. The Brandenburg Gate, once a symbol of division, now stands as a powerful monument to German unity. So, where is Germany headed? As we've seen, it's a country that honors tradition while constantly looking forward. The future of Germany is being shaped by its commitment to tackling the world's biggest challenges. It continues to lead the way in the green energy transition, aiming for a carbon-neutral future. It's a hub for startups and digital innovation, especially in cities like Berlin, which has become one of Europe's most dynamic tech ecosystems. The focus is on Industry 4.0, the next phase of manufacturing, which integrates smart technology and AI into industrial processes. Germany is also navigating the complexities of being a diverse, multicultural society. It has welcomed more refugees than any other European country, a decision that, while challenging, reflects a deep-seated humanitarian conviction. The country is grappling with demographic changes and is focused on building an inclusive society for the future. Germany's path forward will likely be defined by the same characteristics that have defined its past: pragmatism, innovation, a strong sense of social responsibility, and an unwavering belief in progress. It remains a fascinating and vital player on the world stage, a country that is not just reacting to the future, but actively building it. And there you have it, 20 mind-blowing facts about Germany. From its deep historical roots and cultural richness to its technological innovations and natural beauty, Germany is truly a nation that embodies progress, resilience, and diversity. We've traveled from the Roman ruins of Trier to the high-tech factories of today, from the fairy tale castles of Bavaria to the vibrant streets of Berlin. We've seen a country that is so much more than its stereotypes, a place of deep thought, profound art, and a passionate love for both tradition and progress. I hope this journey has sparked your curiosity and admiration for this remarkable country. Whether you're interested in history, science, fashion, or landscapes, Germany offers something for everyone. It's a place where you can hike in a primeval forest in the morning and attend a world-class opera at night. It's a country that invites you to think, to explore, and to connect on a deeper level. My goal was to show you a glimpse of its complex and fascinating soul, to encourage you to look beyond the surface. Thank you for your attention, and I encourage you all to explore more about this fascinating nation. Who knows, maybe your next adventure will be in Germany. The best way to truly understand a place is to go there, walk its streets, talk to its people, and drink its beer. Or its wine. Thanks for traveling with me.